This is Nick.
This is Jack.
It's Tuesday, April 26th.
And today's pod is the best one yet.
It is a TBOY. Jack, what's our first story today?
The least expected acquisition of 2022 is now Instagram official.
Yeah, Elon Musk has acquired Twitter.
It's official.
Yeah.
For our second story, Lululemon just launched an athleisure club for $39 a month.
Yeah, the more you sweat, the more you spend.
And our third and final story is that classic Arizona green tea can with ginseng and honey.
Jack, a huge can, it's 99 cents. Always has been, always will be.
We explain how that's humanly possible.
Spoiler alert, it's not.
But snackers, before we hit that wonderful mix.
Honestly, a fantastic mix. Did not expect the Arizona iced tea on the same day as Twitter.
Our buddies over at Starbucks decided to up and publish unsolicited coffee advice for us all.
Yeah, Jack and I were on the Starbucks website and we noticed an article they posted about how to customize your beverage.
They like fancy beverages, so if you want a medium coffee, get the heck out of here.
Get this wild statistic, though. When it comes to variations and customizations on Starbucks drinks, Jack, how many options are there?
There are 170,000 variations on a Starbucks caffeinated beverage.
170,000. Over at Dunkin' Donuts, Darlene just whips up a large regular and calls it a day.
There's only two options, large or extra large.
Or extra regular.
Or 2 pumps or 3 pumps. But at Starbucks, they have permutations that a GMAT math problem would have.
Yeah, Starbucks, they don't do coffee. They do logistics.
Now, the most popular Starbucks customized drink, according to this article, is also the largest name drink.
Jack, have you ever enjoyed the iced brown sugar oat milkshake and espresso?
No, but I bet you have.
Yeah, it's delicious.
That's not a drink, Nick. That's a paragraph.
The problem, Jack, is that I go in, I gotta pause midway through the order so I can catch my breath.
Breathe from your belly, not your lungs.
If you're enjoying this pod and you're getting a coffee right now, Jack and I don't want to stress you out.
But you got 170,000 options.
It's a lot of options.
Let's memorize our 3 stories.
15 years before this song, 2 boys from the Northeast met in the dorm. They had an idea that caused a cultural storm. It's the best one yet, but the best is the norm. Jack, Nick, that's it. I don't even think they need to practice. 50%, that's a fat tip. T-Boy City on your list. If you know, you know, cause we ready to go. We can't wait no more, so just start the show. Start the show.
For our first story, last week, Twitter didn't want to get acquired by Elon Musk.
But yesterday, Twitter got acquired by Elon Musk.
Actually, this all began really 12 days ago, and it began like all great acquisitions begin with a snarky letter.
Elon Musk wrote a snarky letter to Twitter's board of directors offering to buy the entire company. And he said very clearly, this is my last and final offer.
It was $54.20 a share, again, because $69 is completely overvaluing Twitter.
Right. And that valued the company at over $44 billion.
Kind of the classic, I'm the richest man on earth and I want to treat myself kind of a thing.
Now, Twitter's board responded to Elon's offer with poison.
That's how badly Twitter did not want to get acquired by Elon Musk.
Financial defense mechanism. It's called the poison pill, and we covered it last week on this pod.
We did. Jack, how would you describe a poison pill if we just want to extend the medical analogy?
It's a self-prescription to not get acquired, like to protect yourself.
If you got a case of Elonitis where Elon wants to acquire you, you would take a poison pill.
If you don't want to get acquired. But Twitter's board yesterday changed their mind.
Total 180. They edited the tweet.
They announced yesterday they have accepted Elon Musk's offer and will be bought entirely by Elon Musk.
Ipso facto, Twitter is now Tesla's half-brother.
Yes, that's actually a really good...
I think that's genealogically correct.
Twitter's stock, by the way, RIP. It's going to go away after Elon buys all the stock.
So we know what you're thinking. How and why did Twitter's board do a complete 180 over the weekend? Like, what were they doing over the weekend, Jack?
Well, we recognized 3 types of pressure that have been laid upon Twitter's board the past couple weeks.
3 types of pressure. So the first pressure, stock markets, they're just down.
Stock markets are down. And as tech stocks are falling, Elon's $52.40 a share, that's a cash offer that looks better and better every day.
Pretty good.
Also, Twitter stock is a perennial underperformer.
Yeah, and Elon's offer to buy that stock is about 38% higher than where Twitter stock was just back on April 1st.
The second bit of pressure is proof that Elon isn't messing around with his offer.
Elon apparently wasn't joking. He got the cash. And a lot of people were like, how is Elon going to get the cash?
A lot of people thought his offer wasn't serious, but he got a whole bunch of investment banks to put up $25 billion in loan commitments to help him buy Twitter.
And Elon is going to toss up the other $21 billion in cash to round out the offer.
And he's probably going to raise that cash by selling his stock of Tesla.
Which leads to the third pressure on Twitter's board, Elon's bullying.
Yeah. No surprise, Elon's been using Twitter to troll Twitter's board for like 2 weeks aggressively.
It's the most ironic use of Twitter in Twitter history.
And he's been meeting with big Twitter shareholders to win their support for his offer to put even more pressure on the board to accept.
Okay, so Jack, looking at the whiteboard here, we got stock market pressure, Elon's money pressure, and Elon trolling pressure.
A lot of pressure, so the board changed their mind.
So Jack, what's the takeaway for all our buddies over at Elon's Twitter?
Now that Elon is going to own Twitter, he shouldn't forget Jack Dorsey's lesson, which is a playground with no rules is chaos.
A playground with no rules is chaos. Twitter has underperformed as a business, but it's still the number one speech playground that's out there.
People go to Twitter to make statements, and that's probably because Twitter has rules and enforces those rules.
Well, Jack Dorsey co-founded Twitter and was CEO before Twitter had so many content moderation rules.
Yeah, and instead of noogies and wedgies like on the playground,
The worst.
on Twitter before there were rules, you just had like ugly digital nastiness.
Which is why Jack Dorsey said, and we quote, "We didn't fully predict the real-world negative consequences of unrestricted free speech."
And Jack Dorsey elaborated on those negative consequences, describing them as
abuse, harassment, troll armies, manipulation, bots, and coordinated misinformation campaigns.
that's what you get on Twitter when there's like no rules.
Well, now that Elon's going to be in charge of Twitter, he shouldn't forget Jack's tough lesson, which is
A playground with no rules is chaos. And now a word about our sponsor, Robinhood.
so for the last 3.5 years, Jack and I were running a startup within a startup, basically.
We turned our company Market Snacks into Robinhood Snacks, the news arm of Robinhood.
And at Robinhood, we co-hosted the Snacks Daily Pod that you got to know and love.
At Robinhood, we also got to hire an awesome team of news people who run the Robinhood Snacks newsletter.
Wild fact here, the biggest newsletter in America, Robinhood Snacks.
A key detail, though, not many are aware of, is the editorial independence.
So Jack and I set it up so that we could independently cover the most interesting and most important news stories of the day.
Robinhood's commitment to free, digestible news snack style was an awesome differentiator.
Yeah, if you're not investing in Robinhood yet, to get started, go to robinhood.com/tboy and choose a free stock.
That's Robinhood.com/TBOY.
Certain limitations apply. All investments involve risk.
Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC.
By the way, Robinhood is no longer affiliated with us or the podcast. For our second story, Jack, what's the biggest size they sell in Husky?
16 Husky, Nick.
Every time, 100% of the time. Second story, Lululemon is tired of just selling you stretchy yoga and jogger pants. They're done with it.
Nick, I'm actually wearing Lululemon pants right now, so shouldn't I take over?
After you, please proceed.
All right. Well, Lululemon just announced they're launching an athleisure club. Those are our words, but it's the best description of what this
Honestly,
club is.
it's an athleisure club.
Nick, in 2019, on this pod, we covered Lulu's bold 5-year growth plan. Do you remember the goal?
I remember well, Jack. It was double Lululemon's revenues.
Well, Lululemon finished that goal a year early. So they pledged last week a new 5-year goal to double Lululemon's revenue.
Okay, so Jack, how are they going to double revenues again at Lululemon?
Well, one way is they're going to add products for tennis, golf, hiking, and they're going to do sneakers too.
But Jack, what's the cooler way that Lululemon is going to double revenues again?
An athleisure club.
Behold, Lululemon memberships, an athleisure club.
Now, Lululemon just announced last week a 2-tiered membership that's coming this fall. There's a free version, which is basically a glorified loyalty program.
You're going to get access to early drops. So if there's a Slam and Salmon sweater that suddenly comes out, you're going to get it.
So that's pretty basic. But then there's a paid version of this membership, which is $39 a month. That's pretty expensive.
Is that Club Lulu or is that Club Apple?
This is a Soho house for Schwitzen, Nick.
Exactly. But here's what Jack and I found so fascinating about this Lululemon story. The way they described it was all based on their belief the future of fitness is hybrid.
The future of fitness is partly online from your home, like streaming,
Yeah, it is.
and partly in the gym, like it always has been.
Exactly.
And so is this club.
Yeah. For example, the online part, that's Mirror, the like tech fitness product that they acquired for $500 million just a couple years ago.
Now, right now, you have to buy a $1,500 mirror to stream mirror classes. But this fall, they'll let you stream mirror classes on any screen.
So that's the online part. But when it comes to the in-person fitness, Lululemon like got its friends together to hang out.
Yeah, they got a handful of like boutique fitness studios like Pure Barre,
Classic.
Rumble Boxing.
Great place.
What's it called? The Dog Pound in San Francisco?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds dangerous.
If you pay this $39 a month to Lululemon, you can take classes at these in-person studios as well.
And that's Lululemon's Athleisure Club.
And because the future of fitness is hybrid, they think people won't want to drop $150 a month for an Equinox gym membership.
You don't need a gold-plated bench press. You're working out from home.
Instead, just pay a much more affordable $39 because you're working out at home most of the time anyway.
Stretch from a studio, do it at home, and get discounted Lula while you're mid-Shavasana. So, Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at Lululemon?
Lulu is avoiding the Peloton model. Go in a ClassPass instead.
Okay, this line also from Lulu's Investor Day also resonated with us. Immersive fitness marketplace.
Lululemon said they want to become an immersive fitness marketplace.
Because when Lulu bought Mirror in 2020, we thought they were trying to have their own Peloton.
Right. But when they mentioned marketplace, that means Lulu doesn't want to be Peloton. They just want to be a middleman instead.
Yeah, Lululemon and Mirror, they have their own instructors. They're doing their own videos for working out.
But instructors and their own videos, those are some of the expensive fixed costs that have Peloton in deep trouble right now.
So Lululemon's new membership club is going to be with other instructors from other studios.
Right. More ClassPass, less Peloton.
Lululemon isn't just creating a club. It's actually building a tech platform.
More ClassPass, less Peloton.
For our third and final story, as every company is raising prices right now, one single company is not.
This is our story of the legendary 99-cent huge can of Arizona iced tea.
Okay, so Jack, how about that list of famous cheaper than things we were working on? How's that looking?
We only found one.
Yeah.
We said in Prague, everyone knows that beer is cheaper than water. We were like, what else is like that?
Yeah, we couldn't think of anything. But over at Arizona Beverages, their huge can of iced tea is cheaper than an empty can of that iced tea.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Arizona Beverages.
Please,
They're not
Jack.
based in Arizona, to
No,
be
no, no.
clear. They were founded in Brooklyn and now based on Long Island, New York.
And they're called Arizona because the founder's wife liked the pastel Southwest color scheme that's on their cans.
And the founder's wife thought that Arizona is a place where you'd want, water because it's a desert.
Now, wherever you're getting beverages, you've seen Arizona iced tea because like the can looks like 1996.
The cans are also huge. They're
Huge.
23 ounces. I've never seen a can so big.
The only thing bigger than the cans is the founder.
Yeah, Don Voltaggio, the founder of the company, is 6'8" and runs the business with his two sons.
Now, this Strong Island-based company is worth about $4 billion according to Forbes, and it's a tough category it's in.
They're competing against Coca-Cola and Pepsi, both publicly traded companies worth like $250 billion combined.
And despite that, Arizona iced tea is famous for one thing and one thing only. And Jack, what is that one thing?
99 cents.
That's it.
The 99-cent price is written right on those huge 23-ounce cans.
Voltaggio actually set the price 30 years ago, hasn't changed it ever.
And he insisted on putting the price on the can so that your local 7-Eleven can't charge you like $1.19 for it.
So Jack and I are looking at these cans. How has the price not risen in 30 years? Jack, can you share the data?
Yeah. In the past 30 years, the price of high fructose corn syrup, which is an ingredient in all these beverages, has tripled.
Jack, in just the past 18 months, the price of aluminum cans has doubled.
Gas prices, labor prices, they're all up. How has the price of a Arizona drink not gone up too?
Oh, and 99 cents? That's worth way less than it was 30 years ago too. Inflation.
So there's huge cost and inflation pressure to raise the price of that can of like whatever, but the Voltaggio family won't budge.
It's still 99 cents. It hasn't changed. Has it, Jack?
What? That's not a can now.
It's not a can of
That's
Arizona.
a
but
bottle.
I saw it downstairs from the studio. I was like, I got to buy this. Actually, it was $2.
99 cents. They will not budge, even though there's no chance it's profitable after all these years.
Kind of tastes like an adult Capri Sun. I'm just going to put that out there. So, Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at Arizona Iced Tea?
Sometimes you sacrifice a lost llama to win a profit puppy.
The 99-cent price of those iced tea cans, that's not a price. That's a marketing campaign.
Yeah, the unprofitable iced teas they sell for 99 cents, those make up only 25% of the Arizona beverage business.
Yeah, but 75% of Arizona's sales come from more expensive, more profitable goodies.
Exactly. And because customers are so absurdly appreciative and loyal to Arizona because of those 99-cent iced teas, they love anything Arizona makes.
Jack, how about a gallon of Arizona Arnold Palmer?
That's a profit puppy.
Jack, how about Arizona Nacho Cheese Microwavable Grab and Go?
That's a real product, and it's also a profit puppy.
Customers are so thankful for Arizona's Lost Llama, then they'll buy the profit puppies too.
That's the story of the 99-cent can of Arizona iced tea.
It tastes pretty good. Jack, can you whip up the takeaways for us over there?
Elon is buying Twitter, which will be his fourth major company he controls.
But he shouldn't forget Jack Dorsey's lesson. A playground with no rules is chaos.
For our second story, Lululemon's Athleisure Club. It's part in-person, part online, and part shopping.
Yeah, it's a strategy that's less Peloton or ClassPass.
Our third and final story is those legendary 99-cent cans of Arizona drinks. They used to be profitable, almost certainly aren't anymore.
Yeah, sometimes you sacrifice a lost llama for a profit puppy. Still got the corn syrup, I think, all over my face.
High fructose.
You don't want to mess with the low fructose stuff.
Don't touch the low fructose stuff.
Now, time for our best fact yet. This one sent in by Jack and me because we thought it was a pretty cool fact to share with you.
Jack from Vermont, where I'm recording right now, and Nick from San Francisco, where he's recording.
Right here.
Speaking of the internet, Google is typically the most trafficked website in the world.
Yeah, if you don't believe us, Google it.
But one company got more web traffic than Google did last year.
And Jack, what was that one company that beat Google in first time in a long time?
TikTok. TikTok got more web traffic than Google in 2021.
TikTok dethroned Google from being the top of the internet.
I mean, people spend an hour on TikTok on average per day, right?
Well, ironically, TikTok beat Google because everyone was TikToking the customized Starbucks orders that they were doing on TikTok.
170,000.
Everyone listening, whether you're enjoying that iced brown sugar oat milkshake and espresso or the classic 99-cent Arizona iced tea, Jack and I will see you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you then.
If you know, you know. And before we go, happy birthday to Katie with the fitness instructor side hustle, having a birthday in Milton, Massachusetts.
Happy 21st birthday to Sean Green in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
And Christy Draw, happy birthday in Taipei, Taiwan.
Ashita Singh, big shout out to Miami, Florida.
And Gita turning 70 in Aurora, Illinois.
Happy birthday to Alma in Thousand Oaks, California.
And Arya Vasquez over in Irvine, California.
53rd birthday to Briar Chung in Rodoterden, Oregon.
And Jack, Alicia Couts just paid off her very last student loan.
Yeah, Alicia. Yeah. And to anybody else celebrating something today, make it a T-Boy.
Celebrate the wins.
This is Jack. Nick owns stock of Apple, and Nick owns stock of Lululemon, and we both own stock of Peloton, Twitter, and Robinhood.
And now word about our exclusive sponsor, Robinhood.
Look, we're not tech guys. We're not engineers. Nick, I'm no product manager.
You look great, but we're not technically. When our computer's not working, Jack and I turn it off, and then we turn it back on again.
But when we moved to California to join Robinhood, we were in tech's mecca.
So we were soaking up as much about the tech industry as we could.
One thing we saw about the tech industry at Robinhood was insane customer focus.
Every product launched, every tweak made to the app was a laser-focused move on customers.
Robinhood would be interviewing hundreds of users to figure out if one tweak of one button in the app would improve the experience.
Inside of Robinhood, we saw that everything the company did was focused on the best outcome for you, the customer.
If you're not investing on Robinhood yet, to get started, go to Robinhood.com/Tboy and choose a stock.
That's Robinhood.com/TBOY.
Certain limitations apply. All investments involve risk.
Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC.
By the way, Robinhood is no longer affiliated with us or this podcast.
Beautiful. Oh my God. Thank you for your patience, Jack. You're an incredible partner. So appreciative. I wanted to say that on the record, Adam.